Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. I'm going to try to do this short and sweet. This is Scandal, Season 5, Episode 1. We start right off. Mellie is not at the White House. She's been thrown out of the White House because of all of her indiscretions with this whole thing for her run for office and all this kind of carrying on. So Fitzton just got sick of her, threw her ass out. Cyrus has been fired for trying to help and cover Mellie. Liz actually has Cyrus's position at this point with her little nasty self. Mama and Papa Pope, they're thinking is all taken care of. And that's just all I'm going to say is they think that they're all taken care of because you can't come for command. So whatever, we'll see what that's all about. But Mama and Papa Pope were never taken care of. But as long as Fitzon and Olivia think that they're taken care of, them two are actually just literally running around the White House frivolously, sleeping with each other and carrying on like this is what they're supposed to be doing. So whatever. Sally Langston is babbling on as the episode comes in, and she's going on and on talking about Fitz. She's a hater. She's a hater. She's a very self-righteous, old judgmental old wench, and sitting around with a murder up underneath her belt, because we ain't forgot, Sally Langston, you fucking killed your goddamn husband. I'd like to take her and just bash her in the bridge of her nose with a god doggone Bible, just bow, and just make her shut up. But anyway, so we're listening to Sally babbling on, and it's all about Fitz's underhanded intentions about this whole dinner party that he's throwing. It's this huge elaborate dinner party for the prince and the princess and the Queen of Caledonia. And the whole thing is he's just wooing them actually because he wants to build a military base there in Caledonia. So it's basically, shit, it's business. It's business. So the whole thing is, we got that going on, and, as you see them, you're actually seeing him and Olivia just, again, like I said, frivolously running around screwing like rabbits all over the damn White House, like that's what the two of them are supposed to be doing. And they get all dressed and everything. Liv's literally staying out there. Huck is staying in her apartment. He's in some crazy funk, you know Huck. For the party, Liv did have this beautiful strapless white and black gown. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And they kind of try to lead you to believe that they were going to be coming out like they're this couple, but they, come on. They was fooling themselves too. Abby basically doesn't really know what's going on. So she's not really aware that Fitz and Liv are messing around. Liv is like sneaking around, trying not to see Abby. And the other thing is, Liz doesn't really know what's going on. See, because Cyrus was always aware of exactly what Fitz was doing. So Liz doesn't have that. Okay? So then we got Liz and Abby pretty much kind of at each other because they don't trust each other. One thinks that one is not telling the other thing. They both think they know what's going on. Liz is being all smart to Abby. Abby's thinking Liz knows more than she does. Neither one of them really know exactly what's going on, but they're like fussing at each other. And they don't trust each other. So that's kind of what's all going on with our people. So in the midst of all that, at the dinner party, Liv and Abby are actually in the bathroom, and they're actually having one of those girlfriend chats. And not really. Liv was listening to Abby, and Abby was going on and on. She was hating on the princess real bad, hating on her. Here, the princess was actually in the stall. She had actually took time to get away. She had slipped away and went to the bathroom. And I guess without her Secret Service people, she was in there, and she kind of came out in the midst of Abby babbling on. And Abby, just like a regular old sneaky white woman, honey, went flying on out of the bathroom. Not only a sneaky white woman, a sneaky black one, just old sneaky bitch in general. She got cut right in the midst of her conversation of the nasty things she was saying about the princess. It was hateration, basically, about how she ain't nobody, she ain't got no personality, she just fell into being the princess, and now all of a sudden she's a big deal. Hating hating. Everything about this was mirroring Princess Diana, or real Princess Diana, and you'll understand as I go forward. So anyway, the princess came out, and here she actually is very sweet. She's a very sweet person. Liv tried to kind of clean it up. The princess was like, you know what, I've gotten used to it. I've gotten used to it. I've gotten used to people tearing me down when I'm not, where they think I'm not listening. And, you know, it is what it is. And she said, and the whole thing is, I've become less of a person and more of a spectacle, basically. Yeah, just like more of a spectacle than anything else at this point. Now remember that, because that's the key word for me in the episode was spectacle. Okay, so after that, you know, they go on. Everybody goes on back to whatever they're doing. The dinner party's over and everything like that. Fitz and Liv are about to go to bed and all that. Liv's phone rings. She dashes off. It's actually the Queen of Caledonia contacting Liv. She didn't hire Liv. Undoubtedly, there's been an issue. There was a car accident inside of a tunnel, and when Olivia got there, you see like all of the aftermath. There's people banged up in cars, the limos flipped over, this, that, thing, and the other, and the princess is literally laying outside in the road. She's not covered or anything. You know, she's still in her gown, and she's dead. So Liv ran out, you know, and tried to, you know, to give her some honor and give her something. She took she had this bad goddamn white trench coat. She took her coat off and she covered her. And there were pictures being taken by paparazzi and all of this. So that was the whole thing. The Queen, they wanted all the pictures. They didn't want that out there like that. So that's how Liv got hired. So Liv was running around like a crazy person trying to recover all of these pictures, and they're paying out all this money. Quinn basically did all of the running. She was doing a great job recovering all of these pictures from these paparazzi, you know, to try to, you know, save face and give some dignity to the princess and all that. So there was this one that they couldn't track him down. He's like, they say he's like on a motorcycle. And as we go forward into it, we figure out he actually wasn't even a photographer. He was basically a hacker. So he had did some computer hacking stuff with the car and this, that, thing, and the other, and they tracked it all down. Here, he was the cause of the accident. So it wasn't actually an accident. It was a hit. There was a hit put out to have the princess killed. As we go forward, we found out the princess was actually pregnant, and she was not pregnant by the prince, possibly. Okay, she was actually carrying on a affair with her bodyguard, is what was actually going on. So, again, spectacle. And the whole Princess Diana thing. Okay, anyway, you did that, Shonda, but okay. So moving on, it was a mess. So they couldn't, they found all that out, did all that. They couldn't recover all the pictures. So what they had ended up doing, you know, they had flipped it. They actually, the prince and the Queen, they did their own pictures from right in the morgue, and they flooded the papers with that instead. So it kind of like, you know, Olivia know how to flip some shit, so they had flipped it and all that. Okay, so in the midst of all of that going on, and I'm gonna kind of jump back to them in just a second, because there's more to that. Mellie is actually being sworn in to her senator seat. Okay, Fitz wants nothing to do with it. He's like, fuck her, I'm not going. You know, which is just ridiculous. And he was literally saying he's not going. Abby saying, you can't do that, you know. You can't do that. So her and Liz going back and forth, and Liz is like, make it work. You go to the press conference, bitch, and you make it work, and nobody cares. You go do it. Just being nasty. So in the midst of all that, and Olivia then got to Fitz and told him, no, you can't do that. So, of course, you know, when Liv says it, the black box gets results. So, he never says anything. Abby's at the press conference. She's steadily saying, no, he's not coming. He doesn't feel well. This, that, thing, and the other. And then she ended up looking like an absolute clown. An absolute clown. Because here he is at the damn swearing in, standing right on up there. And Abby standing at the press conference telling the people he ain't coming. So she ended up looking like a jackass. Everything goes on. Liz slips up onto the situation of finding out about Fitz and Olivia. She just slipped up. Her and Melly then had some words back and forth. And Melly had said to Liz earlier, you know, how dare you try to flip on me, you know, when we were working together. And honey, Liz told her, girl, we were never friends, bitch, and don't get it twisted. I don't give a fuck about you. You know, she told her, you know, about how she helped her out with the stuff from Huck, from keeping Huck from killing her and her daughter. She's like, you didn't do that for me. You did that for yourself. So Liz really got her ass on her shoulders. But anyway, she ran into the evidence of the fact that Fitz and Olivia are actually messing around. So that's a whole mess. Whole mess. In the midst of all that going on, Olivia goes back to her apartment. She's talking to Huck. Huck's telling her, you know, I need you to help me. I'm really, you know, I'm out here. You know, I'm out here and I can't get back and all of that. So she's telling him, I can't fix you. I can't, you know, I can't fix you. Because she realizes, the fuck, you ain't no therapist. And you're messy as hell. So, you know, she can't really fix him. So at the end of the scene, we actually see Huck. He actually goes to Jake to help him. Lord have mercy. I don't know what's going to go on here. But anyway, so we got that little piece. It's sitting there. So he done went and took his ass to Jake. Okay, so let's go back to the folks from Caledonia. Okay. Oh, before we do that, Melly, since Fitz actually did show up for her swearing in, she's thinking, oh, we're all good in the hood. So she's telling him, oh, yes, we'll be a united front, blah, 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 blah. Well, he twisted and turned it and cracked her face and gave her, girl, I just came here because the black box told me to. And here's a divorce decree. She served her with divorce papers. A mess, a mess, a mess, a mess. So now we got friction with Fitz and Melly. You know, of course, you know, Melly's going to be mean. Melly's going to try to take Fitz down. That's just going to be it. Everybody's evil. Melly went back to try to get with Cyrus, to have Cyrus help her. Cyrus is like, bitch, I'm done with y'all. Fuck y'all. I'm going to go have me a regular life. I ain't got time for you all. And bitch, I never really liked you like that anyway. So get on. So Melly's just out there. You know Melly's mean as hell. So let's just look forward to seeing Melly. Because Melly's going to go there. She's going to go there. There's going to be some shit's going to go down. But anyway, so let's go back to the people from Caledonia. Okay, so Olivia goes with the information about the fact that it's a murder. She talks to Fitz. Fitz and her disagree. Fitz don't really give a fuck. Fitz wants what he wants. Olivia is dead set that it is the prince that actually put the hit out on the princess and all of that. So she's trying to get the United States involved. And Fitz is like, fuck them, that's their business, let them deal with it, we don't give a shit. And if you continue on into it, you know, you're going to be arrested because we said leave it alone and you just don't want to listen. You're going to be arrested, bitch. Meanwhile, you know, she's like, fuck you. You didn't do a shit, honey. It's the black box anyway. So that was that. Liv went anyway to the queen. Told the queen, this is my findings. This is what I found. This, that, thing, and the other. And it's your son. You know, it is what it is. And justice needs to be served. I'm sorry, but that's your son. But justice needs to be served. He can't just kill his wife because he's thinking that she's sleeping with the goddamn bodyguard. You can't do that. And the queen told her, Olivia, you were hired for one thing and one thing only, to get pictures. And you didn't even do that. And you actually have a part of your contract where it's a hush. So you need to hush. And I'll just tell you, because the queen, she's so motherfucking fierce. She just basically told Olivia, listen, I ain't even got to go there because you're under contract and you can't say nothing. And then absolutely, we're Caledonians. You ain't got shit to do with it. My son did not kill his wife. I put the hit out on that bitch because I wasn't getting ready to have no goddamn grandbaby that looked like the motherfucking bodyguard bitch. I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it. I was not going to have my grandbaby look like Kevin Costner. That's just not going to happen. I killed that bitch. So Olivia was like, well, wait a minute. You can't do that. And she's like, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can, bitch, and I didn't. Now go on and shut on up like I told you. And then she hit Olivia with the line. Honey, I'm sorry, Olivia, but I don't know if you were aware or not, but all fairy tales do not have happy endings, honey. And that's that. And now you can go. You're dismissed. I said, oh, this nasty little queen. Honey, she was giving you Maleficent, honey. She dismissed the shit out of Olivia. Olivia was like, okay, yeah, no problem. All right. We know Olivia. Baby, Olivia, she didn't leave it alone. She went and seen the prince, baby, and told the prince what his mammy had done. Okay? So the shit got flipped. The prince was actually really in love with his wife. And I don't know if he just in his mind didn't believe the situation about the dam. Probably, because he was so in love with her. He really was. He was in love with her. And I think that he really loved her that much that he was like, no, that's bullshit. That's my baby. And you were out of order. So he went and told his mother basically, bitch, listen, you going to go and you going to make everything right, bitch. I'm going to send your ass into exile. That's what I'm going to do when we go home with your nasty little self and all of that. So he, he was going to deal with her and she was going to be dealt with when they got back to Caledonia, and that was it. And it wasn't just going to go down the way she wanted to go down. She was going to step down from her queendom. He going to run shit and she going to go somewhere and fade. Okay. So I said, okay. So that was that. So, then, of course, Liv, in Liv fashion, she going to hit the queen with a line, bitch, because you're not going to dismiss me and hit me with a line. Baby, didn't Olivia give the queen very much of, you know what, you're right, all fairy tales don't have happy endings, but the thing is, in the midst of all that, evil queens always tend to go down, honey. I said, Olivia, you bitch, honey. So that was basically how this episode was ending. And then we got thrown a curveball. Fitz is like ready to go on and come on out public with this relationship with him and Olivia. And Olivia, she's come to her senses and she says, honey, we can't just do that because the American people will bury us. We're going to be fucked up before we even get started because they're going to hate me from the door. And hating me, they're going to end up really kind of hating you as well. Because again, no matter what, the American people don't like adulterers. Okay? And that's what it is. We ain't clean. Yeah, we love each other, but it ain't cute and it ain't pretty. So we need to just kind of leave us alone. You finish out your term and then we'll go from there. We'll see what happens from there. He's pissed off. He don't give a fuck. He's all in love and fucking, and the black box got him all twisted up, and he's just like ready to be messy because that's how men are. It's fuck it. I'm happy. I'm not worried about the backlash. Child, nobody ever is until it actually starts. But that was that. So they had kind of disagreed on that, and then he just told, of course the black box got her way, and he was like, okay, cool, no problem. We'll just keep it on the low, and that'll be fine. We'll just wait and see in a couple years, and we'll go from there, which was smart. Okay, come on, Olivia's smart. That was smart. So that was that. Baby, no sooner than they came to that, Abby's like, you need to look on TV. What the fuck's going on? Baby, is Sally Langston. She is just dishing the tea. Baby, they got photos and all of this mess of him and Fitz and Olivia frolicking all over the White House, baby, and it's being exposed. It's right on live television. And that is why I told you to pay attention to the word spectacle, because at this point, that is exactly what Fitz and Olivia have become. They are a goddamn spectacle, which was such a twist. God, I love that goddamn Shonda Rhimes. But that was basically it. So at the end of the episode, they were like a spectacle. the American people was like, oh shit. So here we go. I said, I don't know where we get ready to go with this, but this is what the season is going to be given, and I am so here for it. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get on off here because I haven't talked for 20 minutes. Child, listen. This whole episode reminded me of my favorite song from Anita Baker, which is Body and Soul. Go listen to Body and Soul, the full album, the EP version. It's such a fierce song, you know, and it's smooth, and I love the whole song. But the song has an ending that is smooth and satisfying, and then just when you think it's completely over, it comes in, the full version comes in with an outro that is this dangerously delicious little piano solo, and all you're hearing, there's just Anita and the background singers, and they're not actually singing, they're just crooning Body and Soul, at, you know, just crooning it over top of that outro, and it's just so dangerous. That the way that song is put together and composed, it reminded me of this whole episode. It was like everything was real cool and everything was real smooth, and then baby, the danger just crept in. I don't know, that's just my thing, you know me and my sound spills. But anyway, so on that, guys, that's it. That's all I have to say about this. This was really a good season opener. We're back to the scandal that I like, you know, not all this crazy foolishness that they were doing. So they were doing a lot of foolishness at the beginning of the season last season, but I really enjoyed it. So thumbs up, thumbs down. You guys know how that works. And I will be back with you guys next Thursday. All right, guys. Bye for now.